Hello all, and welcome. I have to do something. This is my own channel, so let's share the link of my chat. Oh wow. Yeah, don't mention the title. Oh, for fuck's sake, are you kidding me? There's literally nothing I can do correctly. Can I like edit the title please? Yes. To be honest, it would be much nicer if I can go on the... If I could go on like the main channel. Okay. So I think everything works now. Let me check for one final time. Yes, it works. So, welcome everyone to Tier 5. We are in race 7 of Season 7, and I am replacing Alu once again, since he can't make it to commentate every Sunday. So here I am, since I'm finally really back to at least take over comms. So today we are here in Tier 5 at Austria, which was also evaluation race for this season, so everyone should be familiar with this track. Let me check if everything goes correctly. So, so yeah, we're here in Austria, and it seems like we've got a nice grid so far. I think we're only missing 2. Okay. Wait, someone has to pick a car, I think then. Oh no, 18, so we're only missing 2, that's nice. So, a quick recap reminder of how the standings are. Oh, standings are not updated, of course. So I think I need to do that, because what changed in the standings, there were some steward results, and they said the following: that there were no time penalties, at least. I'm not sure if like the from last race from Belgium. So because for Belgium, I think that was for Belgium. That was the race before. Oh well, no. That's the race before. There were some, but I'm afraid that one doesn't have a 3. 3 months ago, no. No, that one doesn't have one. Well, Reaper should fix it, I think, because I think he has results since he's racing, so he should have. But there are 5 seconds for Lucas Curva, for Croker, and a removal for Olive. Before that, also for Croker, but I think that one is implemented, yeah. Let's put a reminder in Reaper's chat. So in that case, I just go by the standings now for Tier 5, as qualifying has started, and it looks a little bit greyish. Wait a minute. Okay, no, it's dry tires. So yeah, I got standings after France of Tier 5, but no constructors. Oh, they are not edited. Maybe to check. But at least most important, of course, is of course the driver, because we still have a very good battle between Louis and David, which are both in the race, so that's very good. Louis is leading with 5 points after 3 wins in a row. And David had his worst result last time in France. He finished 4th behind Drop and Croker. Oh wait, well, Croker should definitely, or he was clear, if anyone else, but yeah, we have to check in the penalties. So in the standings, Louis is leading David by 5, 119 over 114. Very solid P3 for Kamich with 58. He was 5th last time around. Then Croker with 44, Lucas with 35 in 5th. Followed by Blob with 34, Valarula with 32, Will with 29, Johnny with 25, and Bakuva with 24. And there were not a lot of guys racing, but this week they are. We have 19 drivers. Very, very, very good. Let's now focus track-wise. And first, I think that's a Merc. To be honest, all those colors are really the same. It's really annoying. I don't know. Eli? No? Louis, I think then. Oh, of course. He is first. I think he's first on track to set a time. We have 3 cars on mediums that are Rula, Reaper and PH. And Louis is ready to show us some Merc style lap, since we know he can do that. Oh, wait. Okay, I was way later then. Apparently there are a lot of cars already out on lap. Look at me, the smartest. So Lucas was the first with the fastest lap, 147, beaten by Kabich with a very small margin. And the medium runners are at some more distance. But I'm not mistaken about the fact that it's only in the lap. So let's see what he can perform here. We have 5 yellows. Not a bunch of valid laps, since we got 4 on the map, and then it's all the way to Louis, who's just marginally quicker. By a big margin, to be honest. Silva is way down. Chipoa is on invalid lap. So we have Rob coming across the line. He goes P6 151. Eli went forward with a 4.8. And then people going in. The Creeper. Maybe he goes for another lap. Could be logic. He could do 2 runs in them. Put in something better than a 153. Well, he improved. I thought that he improved, but that was just coincidence because it wasn't a big change. Although with a, I think Will was there with a lap. Let's go to David then. His first run. Very close, top 4. And David is very much clear by more than 4/10. He had 1.43. Poker invalidated. Olive already did 2 runs, didn't fill a lap, is now coming in. And Johnny is going for maybe another one. Fire on the lap? I think he is. But he has a lot of traffic in front of him, which goes out of the way. There's the first one. It's really hard to qualify, identify the different cars with all those were blue colors. It's really annoying. Pyro goes 156. He did already 3 laps on those tires, so could be a reason. And then you Chipoa. I think he's new, he's new reserve. Broker goes 11 with a 152. And there is a Red Bull off track over there. And I think the second Red Bull is... Oh no, that's race. All of it's just on an outlap, so... That's, oh, and invalidated in turn 1. And there has a Ferrari spun. Well, he is waiting very patiently, and that's good. But you can go now. Well... Okay, well, better safe than sorry. I thought there was enough time to get out before the Alfa Romeo, but oh. Okay. But Johnny is already on 3-lap all tires, so I don't think he's gonna improve himself. I can think that DH is going. It's very tight for P2 at the moment. That was an awful camera angle. Oh my god. A little bit of traffic in front of him. I hope they're out of the way soon enough. And that's just enough. And BH comes across the line and improves, but again not enough for improvement in time. So next up Kamich. And I think after that Lucas comes around. Only a small improvement is enough for P2, and he does so with a 1.4437. And Lucas follows. And they're again very close to each other, time-wise. Curva, he's gonna set a lap now. Oh yes, and he is in 146. So I think the Red Bull should settle that, but others had an invalid, and E-Race can do one, I think. And now he can't. That was some nice commentators, curves in action, ladies and gentlemen. Rilla should be on a new lap. Lewis should be on a new lap. He's maybe slightly ahead, yes. Comes into a yellow zone, because there is a slow Ferrari here. And Race is disqualified from the session. Well, that session over. I think he was at the pit entry. Maybe he did some strange cutting and tried to reverse back into the pits. Maybe he missed it slightly. Anyway, Louis coming across the line. 142.90. 70 thousandths quicker. Yeah, no. But Louis goes to P1. Maybe kinda like we expected. Can we say that? Yeah, we can. Here comes Olive for his first time run, which is invalid, and he goes 149 net back of the table. And now it's just the Aston Martin that needs to set a time. Ella is in the middle sector. So everyone. Oh no, I have to look. Best time. Rather, Rula did his best lap on the medium. So, and Reaper improves by the way to a 146. He's 7th. And P6 now for Ella. He is also very close in the 144 now. And though people are dropping down because other people are improving. And last one to set a time, Jipoa only needs to prevent invalidation in this final corner. He does so. And he goes to P13 with a 1.5 flat. So the whole field is within, I wanted to say 1.4, but Pyro is doing a good job. The whole field is within a second. That's some mastering. That's some skill. It's very nice. Whole field within a second. He's also doing a very good job, by the way. Didn't mention it, but he is very close in the pole time. And to be honest, there are 7 drivers within 2/10 of pole, so that's fairly decent. Nobody's on new tires. Except for Jipoa. Everyone is on like a lap old. I think this will be a rather general moment to go into the pits and prepare yourself for a final run. Especially because I think a lot of the drivers, maybe not Brob and Croker Oat because they're high up in the standings and they are not that close to the top at the moment. So I think a lot will come in. So Brob is out already. Okay. Yeah. I think everything is fixed again. So Brock improved, and he has made it much more closer in this fairly exciting pole battle, to be honest. He's in P8. There are a lot of cars still in, but Snapiche isn't. He comes across the final corner, and he also improves the... Guys, we have enough 144s, okay? Just be slower or quicker. Please. Kidding. But that's it, and also Olive is already out on a lap. 10 games for Valderula, yeah, oh, he's just not finished. So this is impressive. 1 second covers like the whole field, and half a second covers the top 12. Less even. Oh, he invalidated. Oh, that's a shame. So then we go to Rula, who is passing him just now. No, wait, no. 2/10, top 9 is covered in 2/10. Massive. And oh, Rula also invalidated. Well, I have to find a new time lap then, and that would be Reaper. Let's go, board with him. Let's see what he can show us. He is a little bit, yeah, kind of low down in standings. But yeah, we all saw what can happen. I was also in P18 2 weeks ago, and then I finished the top 5 twice. So that's what happens when you stop spinning suddenly. Oh god. So, 2 minutes 40 to go, and there are a lot of cars already out for a final run, so that's kind of safe to be honest, but... Oh, a little bit wide line, and it was too wide. That was too wide, and he had to abandon his run, unfortunately. Brock goes in, and I think Lucas is then going... Oh no, he invalidated. Well. Croker also invalidated. Oh. People can still go for another run, but yeah, time is going to run out soon. Pyro, but he's on older tires. Oh wait, best, maybe. Ah. So Pyro goes 13, improves it a little bit, and he's only 5/10 off pole. And to imagine that means that you're in P13, that's... So, I think Kalic is coming across the line very soon, and he indeed is. And, oh my god, okay, like I said, it's very close. But there's 1-4-3-2. It's gonna be mad. So BH is, I think, Will up ahead. Yes, he is. And he will be followed by, I think, a Merc. So Reaper is done. Will goes fish with a 1-4-3. Louis invalidated. They're all very close together. And I can't like it. I can't follow it. Oh yes, I got someone who can improve. Here comes Johnny. He goes to also... Come on. A 1-4-4. Oh, and there comes Ella. No way. You're not kidding. Wait, he's doing this on mediums? What an impressive lap. What an impressive run. I can't think of that Ella was such a contender. He's now being thrown off P1, but still very impressive. Kalic went quicker with a 1-4-1. And then the flag is out. And the Curva is still on the lap. Chipoa isn't. I think we go with Curva indeed. Louis is still in third, David in fourth, Eli is done in fifth. And this is some last efforts. Curva doesn't improve. There are still some guys on the lap. No, Johnny invalidated. It's a really impressive stunt here by Ella. Rula also invalidated. And Slapici is also on the mediums out, but invalidated too. So I think we're kind of done. So, big props to this top 2. We still almost got everyone within a second. We got the whole top 13 within 5 tenths. And 2, Rollerula and Ella, and especially from Ella, that is way incredible impressive, because he's not really of the main contenders. Well, that was in the races that I commentated a while ago where Ella was in. And maybe I missed something in the standings, but I don't think I did. And I indeed didn't. Ella is 15th with 10 points. But this is very, very promising for the race. And Kabic takes the pole. And to be honest, I can't see in the standings who got pole. That's a little bit not nice. But I can also imagine that there weren't a lot of streams for tier 5 lately. To be honest, I can take over any time that Alupalu can't. So this is your standings. Kabic with pole with a 1-4-15. And Ella 1-4-24, Louis 1-4-29, David 1-4-30, Eli 1-4-33, BH 1-4-34, Will 4-36, Lucas 4-50-45 I mean, Sankicha 4-46, then 4-48 for Johnny, 4-49 for Brock, 4-64 for Curva, 4-65 for Reaper, and then 1-4-7 for Pyro, 1-4-9 for Olive, 1-5 flat for Jupo and Wallarula, 1-5-2 for Proto Oat. And I think E-Race can't race, so we will have 18 drivers, but it's very close, and that's very good to see. So, yeah, impressive. But yeah, like I said, from now on, I think I can replace Alu when he can't for every week. I agree, Reaper. This is going to be a close race. If you see the pace, well, it can be that, like, I think that's the case, that David and Louis had a quicker lap but invalidated on that one. I could imagine that, but I'm not sure. So we go immediately, because we don't have a formation lap, so I hope everyone is ready. And let's go! I don't have all the settings enabled, of course, but yeah, Kabic with a good start. Louis already jumped Ella together with David is, of course, maybe because Ella is on like the harder tire. And an incredible start by Olive already, 6 places up, but I want the tires, I want the strategies, and everybody is going into this corner very nicely. And I don't think a lot of stuff happened here so far. So yeah, we still have some midfield battles here. With Olive, who is going up further. He had an incredible start. I think I already have to mention 8 places. He's not even a lap in. For real, man. Incredible. So, he obviously picked the right line. He used all his deployment, you can already see it. But it worked out. So after 1 lap, Kabic is leading. And I can't find my scroll thing. Yes, thank you. Kabic is leading, followed by Louis. David already very close to Louis at the moment. And I must say, Ella is following beautifully on the medium so far. David goes for the move. There's a small amount of contact there. We backed out just in time to not spin around. We got Eli now passing BH, and that's for 5th position. And further down in the field, it's also still very close. Here we got a Williams and an Alpine again, with Lucas, Will, and Johnny. And there are a lot of guys outside of the top 10 who started on the mediums. And the only one who had real problems is Pyro. He pitted. And also the other Alfa Romeo is a little bit behind the major pack, if you could say it like that. But here we go, Khabib's still faster, but Eli improving. He is having the 1.67. That means that he is catching up to the front. A little bit of a wide line there by Ella. And yeah, you get a whole some DRS train, of course, which will make a difficult task, obviously. However, passes are still happening here with Olive and Lucas. They're still side by side. DRS is activated, and that helps Olive out here, going towards turn 4. I think David is going for it. David is indeed going for it. And they're going side by side through the middle sector. You can't do that if you've got respect for each other and give each other the room. And to be honest, I think Louis would have a run now, but I don't think he will be as far alongside as he would hope to be, and that means that position gained for David. He now up into P2. Lovely stuff here in the first minute of this race. Oh, wide line by Louis. And now Ella can benefit from it, potentially. They both got DRS. And Ella is on the inside. Yeah, braking in time for that corner is essential. Louis broke late enough to stay alongside him. And even has the better exit. The pressure to improve for the... And there, I think I missed that, by the way, that David passed Khabib. I think he did in the run to turn 3. And he had to defend to stay in that position. And again, a side to side now with Louis on the inside. And they are doing this really, really good. No contact or very little contact, but still very close to each other. And I think Alice can also be patient because he has a significant tire advantage. If he can keep up with this group, that's sensational. And this group is growing bigger. We have 4 drivers, now Eli and BHs are joining, and now it's Ella which has taken the wide line. It's interesting to see that everyone who takes the wide line is immediately under pressure, of course, in this group. And there, and maybe there's some damage. I don't know if it's that sensitive for Eli, who tried to run an outer line. BH is backing off, and Ella is again in the attack here into turn 4. But Louis is braking way later, maybe slightly too late. But I think he is going to get away with it. He almost goes side by side for a 3rd lap in a row with someone, but in the end it doesn't really work out like that. I think Olive had a problem. He is now down to 16th. And a lot of the ships very close to each other because I can't pay attention to like all the battles, but we still also have a fight over here with Brob, who is challenging Reaper for 9th. Brob still on the faster tire, I think, for the moment. And we still got here those guys. And Ella really has pace. It's nice to see, by the way, that as long as you get to the front of the train, you can't get away with it, because David did the move on Khabib, but he can't drive away. And they're still very close to each other. David is being pushed a little bit wide, and maybe there is an opportunity for Khabib. He is now in DRS range, is activating it, and goes back into the lead. Very smart move to go for the lead into turn 4, because someone can't like counter it. At any other straight you can basically counter it. And it's still very close here between Louis and Ella is in a very, very good position. because if he shows this pace on the mediums, he can do a lot on the soft. To be honest, his ERS is way down compared to Louis, for example, David. Kabich is a little bit in between, so he's using all of it to get close, but if that means that you can stay in DRS, then it's kind of fine. And for the first time in a couple of laps, Louis can... Oh, that's a very wide off. Louis can focus on like the attack, and it's mainly also because Anna is still making mistakes. He's braking late, and Eli is very carefully into that corner, and I think slightly too careful. And he's now in the threat by PH. It's by the way rare to see that this is still a group of 6 because they are battling so much that you would mean that Lucas would be able to join. But so far he can't. Maybe he's preserving some more of his tires. But yeah, very good stuff. This is the reason why we need tier 5 streams every week. So it's also going to be interesting if someone is going to commit. I don't think so for the 2-stop. But secondly, who is going in the earliest? Who is going to commit the undercut? And oh, there is a little bit of contact there, and that was because Ella was again braking too late. And normally he can like overshoot the corner and rejoin, but this time he was so close to Louis that he slightly barged Louis off for a little bit, and also Kabich is going a little bit wide here. He retook like the lead on David, but David is going to pass him at the most important point. Like I said, going into turn 4, you want to be in front then. And he goes back into the lead, and yeah, it's copying the strategy of his opponent. And of course this means a change because Ella is now ahead of Louis. Eli is still in the battle, BH is a little bit dropping off. And can Louis, oh, he had a magic run here. A good run, not a magic one, but he had a good run through that section, and Ella is now going to challenge Kabich. He will have much more benefit from his tires very soon because he's still on the mediums. Oh, don't touch each other. This is kind of dangerous what he does, but this lap he brakes in time for the first time in 5 laps, and that's a reset on track. So yeah, you know that's not allowed, so you will be getting reported if someone is smart. But yeah, the damage has already been done. Finally he broke in time for that corner, and then yeah, he dropped it on the exit. Maybe he was already glad enough that he finally broke it, yeah, for the corner in time. And now he's alongside his teammate who has a good run now, and is passing him. I would say that are some good team tactics, and Rula's coming along and is grabbing both positions at once. Very smart and intelligent driving there, and now Ella and Gipoa have to fight it out together. And I wanted to say they are doing some good team tactics, but yeah, they're still on the massive battle, and Kurva is also joining it. He's going for a tight line. No damage, of course, with Ella, and I think Eli also bottled out of the top 5. Maybe he had some contact, but his tires are way too hot now. So Ella trying to recover, and he's already going into the top 10. But yeah, he was very much challenging for the win, so that's very unfortunate. That means that the composition is kind of changing. We had an immense battle for the lead, and there are still position changes over here with Brob overtaking Reaper finally after I think 5 laps. Just at the point as you would think that Reaper would have a place advantage, but maybe he's stretching it that way. So I want to say a lot of stuff in very very margin window of time. I can't even get out of my words because there is so much action. But it means that like at the front it changed a little bit. David is now into the lead, and Louis has also managed to pass Kabich. And behind that, PH is going for the undercut. He is the first one to blink on the softs. David with his first penalty. And I'm a little bit interested in where he switches to, like, it's medium? Yeah. Oh, wait, battle for the lead. Louis is really closing in on David, of course. They are now together in a battle for the lead, and Kavic has to do everything to stay into DRS. And it's difficult because he is almost out of ERS, while David and Louis are preserving it very good. Especially David. You can use, dude, you can use some, okay? Use a little bit more. You're like 100%. You don't have to be under this much pressure. But yeah, anyway, and there is a gap now of 4 seconds to Lucas, followed by Brob. And there is still some fight and tension here for now P7. And we still got Ella over here. Now, after passing Quoker, he's challenging Reaper. He's going for a very defensive line, which is normally not the best thing to do, because you're gonna get wrecked in turn 1 most of the time. And he wanted to defend the inside, and I think that goes wrong. Yeah, I didn't saw it properly, but that's a second reset to track. That's a double penalty. I think not everyone is very aware of. Race is not in this race, it's 15. And Johnny is also not in. Okay. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on this very tight battle for P8 with both Ferrari drivers involved in it. And I think Rula goes kind of slow. Yeah, a very slow exit out of the corner. Chipoa is now behind it. He got a Rula. I don't know what is the matter with his pace. Of course, pit entry, I will not take much detail or attention to it, but if you cross it at the entry, you will get a penalty, no matter what. Everyone has to instruct it. Oh, Croker goes a little bit wide, and there goes someone in the wall, and now it's Rollerula. Turn 1 is a real hard one, and yes, that's not a penalty. Very good. Good stuff. He's also getting passed by P8 now. And by the way, of course, some local yellow flags, but no VSC or safety car so far. So that's very good to see. And I think Pyro goes for an overtake on an AI, so I don't think that's very interesting. Let's go back to the lead. We still have this group of 3. I was afraid at one point that Kavic would drop off, but he is not. And are going a little bit longer, those guys. And it's Louis in the lead, by the way. I missed that. But David is not really trying. He's using his DRS very short. So, okay, let's go here, fight for P4. Brob finally managed to get to Lucas, and I think he's doing a very good job. He's kind of consistent, doesn't make the mistakes. Had to come from far on the grid. I think he had to come from far on the grid. Yeah, basically, he was outside of the top 10, but he is going for that interesting... Oh, he started on the soft, okay, well then he's not, but... And farther behind, Reaper is trying everything to get rid of the soft drivers, or the fact that we got a Reaper train, and I think that's something, yeah, well, that's something, someone spun, oh my god, I jinxed it. I'm sorry, Brob, I jinxed you. Louis goes in, and I want to say about Reaper that it's very admin-like to form a train of a lot of cars behind you. That's something you should do as admin. So it's very good to see that he's taking this role seriously. So Kurva defending against Chipoa, and there is a spin from Will, and surprisingly enough, those two went on side by side through turn 1. Normally you come to... Oh no. Okay, I got very good footage for how to assess that incident, because that was the absolute correct camera angle. So if Curva like cut him off, we can see that in the replay immediately. I think the most of the damage is with Jipoa now, but Curva is already further back. He misses his entire front wing, and then Ella goes on and yeah, this corner is hard, my friend. I can imagine. Feel sorry for you. Well, Louis rejoined in big ass traffic here. Look at that. They all pulse in Jipoa, and Louis is going. Oh, I think he has damage. And they're both staying within the white lines. Very good effort there by Will and Louis. Because you have to do it, and that's very unfortunate. And he had also some kind of incident. Will also from speeding in the pit lane. And no. Okay, this is a very interesting strategy. This is intentional. He doesn't care that he goes out way down the grid. In traffic, well, I don't think he comes in a lot of traffic, a little bit, I think. While Eli sets the fastest lap of the race. And there is Pyro. And oh wait, I'm watching Brob. Okay, I fucked up. I'm sorry, guys. Brob, of course, had damage of his spin, I think. Louis is still here, just P5, safe and sound on the mediums. At the moment that King David is going into the pits together with Lucas, they did 15 laps on the soft, impressive stuff. However, you can do that. Tire-wise, I can relate, and that means that Quoker is taking the lead after being last on the grid, I think. Followed by Ella, and there you got a lovely camera angle, and Louis did the undercut, and David will be alongside BH, who did a much earlier stop, of course. 5 lap older tires he got, and David has to commit on the inside here. He's still there, and he has to clear this to stay close to Louis, and Kavic has to do the same now, and come on, I had a great camera angle. Why you do this? Well, okay, we can see him now. But... oh, it's coming back on him, BH. He is still there, but he will be on the outside for the next corner, and that was a very important move for Kavic. So BH can at least try to stay into this train to keep up with those guys, but he's on much older tires, that has to be said. Then there is a group 10 seconds behind of Lucas, who just pitted, and now sees Reaper just behind him on brand new softs. And Snapice is still going strong, but I think he will come in very shortly. Let's see. Yes. Oh, we got Dakurva again in battle, not with Jipoa anymore. I don't think he has received damage. Or he did and he didn't pit. But apparently it didn't give him damage. And here's the move. And Dakurva did the most smart thing to do there, to back off out of the move. We still have David and Louis. I already saw the position switching, and I think David did a very smart thing to let him buy into turn 3 and then repass him into turn 4. And it's not that Louis is not under pressure, he is also in this group, of course, which is now more group for P2, with Ella finally seeing that he is not the quickest on the mediums anymore, but I think he will go into the pits soon. Yeah. It's a shame that he he hasn't ruined his race by the spins, he has ruined his race by resetting on track. Because he's back in the action now. But anyway. Let's look at this. David is going for it. He's going on the inside, Reaper with fastest lap, 1:59, and I think this is the message for Ella to pit. I think it's clear to pit now. And just go to the horse or something like that. I get it that you want to stretch it, but you're not going to do 18 laps on the soft. Because even Snapice pitted now and dropped way back to P16. Here we go. Oh, they're going side by side once again, and Louis is getting pushed on the grass and loses an extra position. Yeah, he does. To Khabib. And I think Ella spun again out of that corner. So, well, Karma can strike back quickly. If Ella was to blame for that, of course. But Louis was, I don't think Louis was very happy, and then he saw him spinning a corner later, or even in the same corner. But yeah, he still lost an extra position to Khabib, and the problem for him is that David is now getting out of sight and go for the attack on Croker, who I think has the pit, and there is a VSC, and I'm not sure if he already overtook Croker before the VSC came out. This is an interesting moment to pit, and very nice and well timed by Ella, who still hasn't ruined his race. I'm not kidding, he's 10th still, with 3 spins. And Rula and Dakuva also go in. If you pit to the mediums, you can make it now, if this times well. So I see a snappy, or maybe that was his strategy. But I think he also started on the mediums, so I'd check that. I'm very interested now. Snapici started on softs. Okay, well then he can definitely go to the end. We've got a VSC, and Croker, of course, is doing the smart thing there. He pits, and is he going to try the soft? Because I see Kurva switch to soft. Yes, he is. But I don't think that is good. I think go to the end, Snapici and Rollarula, they can go to the end. Oh, that's a... Oh, and I just picked that up. I think the VSC was ending, and Louis had an incredible run, but he drove into the back of Khabib over there. And to be honest, I'm afraid it is his own fault, because you can't expect that someone has the incredible run out of the VSC or is correct with his delta. Especially, of course, that doesn't matter if Khabib really braked just before the VC ended. Which I can understand in one way or another, since if you suddenly see that your delta is fucked just before the end, then it can give you a drive-through, like it did with Ella and Rollarula. So yeah, that's very important for Louis. He is in. And at least can box and go for a tire, which makes sure that he will get through the end. Oh, he tries to soft. Okay, maybe he can do it. Maybe 14 laps is doable. Oh man, I apologize. So, well, that shuffles things. It also means that David is now clear at the front, and maybe can go to the end. I think he's gonna try it, and maybe Khabib too. He's on 3 seconds, and he is under pressure by PH, maybe pushing his tires a little bit more, since he knows he's going to box anyway. And yeah, of course, this means, I said it, Reaper, by just not fucking up so far. I'm sorry for swearing, but you can just do that in Holland. He is just in P4 now. I am afraid that he needs to box, but he can box to another set of softs. But yeah, there are some gaps now, because there are only 2 real battles, and those are for P2 and P5. 2 and 4, of course, because Lucas is putting him under pressure. Yeah, the rest is a little bit down the drain. Ella is 12th, Louis is 13th. There are even some guys lapped or getting lapped, I think. Yeah, but I think there are... Johnny and E-Race are not racing, and E-Race is going to get lapped now. So basically Curva's last one also means that there are only 2 cars without penalties, Croker and Brock. So, and suddenly it it is quiet suddenly, because suddenly you got two battles, but not that particular close. Well, okay they are, but not real of a real threat immediate to an overtake. You can please follow Lucas for a while now. And I know Ella is closing in on Snappy at the moment. Yeah, he had opportunity. Yeah, okay, I can see why Lucas did that. And this is very nice of him to do. Because he misjudged his braking point and there was only one way he could go. But it's very sportsmanlike to at least don't go on your throttle immediately and give Reaper the chance to come back. That I really like that. We should implement something of good sportsmanship points, which would be the opposite of penalty points. And that can help you if you are supposed to get into the stewards and which is supposed to get penalty point, then it would rule itself out. Okay, I think it would answer this one. Very good showing there by Lucas. So, now a not so touchy overtake over here. Kavic is braking kind of late, but PH is, I think, doing it. Has a little bit of a snap of oversteer or understeer. That's not those things. So, and so Kavic comes back at him. And I think more battles are forming now. Eli is going for a quite easy pass on Will. Although Eli is on much older tires. So he's trying to come back after his spin. I think he only spun one. If you see how many problems a lot of people have this race. I think, yeah. I would have expected him a little bit more to the front, but it can still happen, of course. He needs to pit again, of course. And now we got Lucas, and oh, Reaper goes for the inside line. That's also very smart by Lucas. If he gets a warning by that, he can get it removed. I just said. Because, yeah, Reaper was on the race line to go and box, and hopefully he boxes for another set of softs. Come on, Reaper. Yes! Good strategy, car, mate. Very good. Okay. So, we still got this battle. And we've got a lot of people with penalties now. And maybe it's time to watch that. Oh, Ella has the problem left now. I wanted to watch the position changes. Quoker is the big gainer now. He's coming from the back row. The grid is now P5, but also good efforts by Chipoa. And I think it's one of his first races for him. So, really solid job. And he is actually, he's getting under pressure by Reaper, who is now, he is in his element now. He's on the softer tires. He can go for it and send it. And he does so. And is in the points. And that's very good for Reaper to get out of P18. PH is in. Snapice is. I think he was getting passed by Ella. It would be remarkable by Ella if he would finish in the points with 4 spins and 2 reset to tracks, but I don't think he will. So PH went in and comes out just behind Quoker, who is also on softs, but on older softs. And it's interesting to see if he can make the difference. Championship-wise, this is very good for David. He kind of lost the momentum with the championship due to 3 wins in a row for Louis. And Louis is now maybe in the running for a point, but not for a lot. So let's see what BH can do on his new tires. The top 2 is kind of clear of the rest. And if the top 2 can make it to the finish, Lucas can also. On those used mediums. So, it settles down again a little. However, I think BH has P4 in the pocket. The only issue for him is that he has to drive away from Quoker as far as he can, because Quoker doesn't have a penalty. So, yeah. ALR gets another one. And he's still under pressure by Snappy. He still can... and there is someone... Oh no, it's Eli again with his second spin. And... well, maybe that's because of the tires. He has to watch out for not getting damaged. I'm afraid he already got it now. And there goes his day. Which at one point looked a very good day for him. Now he's getting passed by Pyro. And I'm afraid that's his race over. So we're getting some kind of a battle here for P9. The only driver, except for Olive, who was doing a mad long stint on the hards, but was already too far down. While B8 sets the fastest lap at 1:53. Snapice and ALR are closing in on Jipoa, who went on the hards mid-race, and we got the teammates once again here. Just went from position. I think Eli spun again, fortunately. And let's see if we can get that position quickly. The softest again, the hardest tire, of course. So, yeah, that's quite solid there. Oh, Jipoa lost a lot of time there, by the way, on the exit. Another spin for Eli. Oh. Is he gonna make the pitch? Yeah, he is. Well, at least he got brand new tires then, so it will be much better for him. Wait, BH already closed the gap to Lucas. And Eli's out. Our first retirement. I understand this one, but that's also impressive. Of course, there are already 2 cars dropping off. And Quoker is in. He was an 8-lap old sauce. So, yeah, that's really retirement skills, but maybe he had damage, so I can't judge about that. And BH has done it already, very quickly. Lucas is closing in, but no. So I think for BH, indeed P3 is going to be what he can get. And yeah, the ones who didn't make mistakes, David and Kamich. Still David managed to pull a gap to Kamich of 3.5 seconds, which is closing down a little bit now, but nothing to really worry about. Further down, Reaper now closing in on his next victim, which will be Will, and I think that's the farthest he is going to go, since there is a gap of 9 seconds behind. Before that, I mean. And there is still this battle for P9, but Koa is now under pressure by Snapice and by Louis, who finds himself here in a battle for points. And I think there is a lot to be reported, so... And I don't think a lot of that was Louis' fault. Croker spun on new tires. That's not something you see commonly. Oh, anyway. Repair. And yeah, he waits, and that's a smart thing to do. He has a whole straight now to pass him. Curva's also gone, by the way, so basically we have only 15 drivers. And Reaper on the inside into turn 4 and make sure that P6 is his. Maybe Louis can do a similar move, not yet. He has to wait a little bit. And only Brock, and Croker, by the way, but Croker is not really on point, so maybe Brock can challenge for the podium. Depends on the penalties people have. Going to be hard now for the medium runners, by the way. And also for others, I think, but he is in the middle of nowhere. Wait. Oh, he is back. Okay. Because an AI can't speed into the pit lane, which would mean that he would be an AI for a while, but he just paused his game. That's not very good just in case. Still got this battle here. And Will was staying close to Reaper, surprisingly enough. Yeah. He's tucked in. Maybe he could do something in the final lap when the softs are really... You would say that the mediums also will go down now. And Louis is going for it on Snapitje in turn 9. And yeah, that's a good overtake in that section. You don't see them often, but... Very good. I'm reminded that there were some, I think, comments from a long time ago in chat. Oh, some oops. Yeah, a lot of oops. Yes. And we're almost close to the finish. PH now with a good slot for us. So basically we got this over here, where Ella is closing in on Will and Reaper, but I think he has a shit ton of penalties and some additional ones which you can get by stewarding. But the chances are kind of high. He's on very old softs, by the way. So yeah, he saw him spin before, but I think he's going to pass Will. Well, yeah, it wasn't Will gave the space, but you should have picked the inside there. It's a little bit too much effort there, but anyway, he made the move, so too much of a struggle there, but you reflect on it. Battle's over. I think, yeah, David just started the penultimate lap and we got a spin, and no, it's not Pyro, he said, no. Oh, poor Pyro. He could have been in the run for points, wasn't it, that he is 20 seconds behind. Yeah. Shit happens, man. At least, well, for the second time, stays close after being overtaken. Yeah. This is going to be interesting to see how this forms out when we cross the finish line. That's just the thing. So let's go with David with an onboard lap of him. And he almost, you saw how he backed up there. Very smart. And he had a lot of viewers to burn off. Convincingly. He is putting the streak of Louis to an end. Doing a massive good job in the championship because he was dropped to second. But he is, I think he will be 20 seconds, 20 points, maybe slightly less, in front. He's on his way to let Croker. Potentially. Oh yeah. So Louis is challenging Snapitje. He passed him already, so he made an error, I think. Exit wasn't that good, and there is Jiboa. Oh, did so well, and then last lap he spun on Old Heart, and is I'm afraid thrown away his chance for points. At least there comes David, and he wins here in Austria. His third win of the season, maybe, I don't know. Kabich made it very honest for him, only 2.8 seconds behind. Progress in B8 in third, I think. Or can Lucas jump him? Yes, he can, by only 1 second. And maybe Brob can do 2. And that's... wow, okay, that's very close. Wow. And Brob almost even managed to finish P3. But he just misses out. He is putting himself in that 1 second gap that was there. Impressive. Very good stuff by Reaper. Really, I hope this is going to turn around this season. He finishes in 6th. Penalty-wise, Louis is in 7th, even ahead of Will. So the gap will be that big as I would expect. Ella is at the moment in P9 and Snapice just finishes behind him in 10th. And unfortunately for Chipoa, and then we only wait for Pyro coming through the final corner to finish here at P12. But very lovely race, great to see the spectacle, especially in the first part of the race. To be honest, it was all the way through. I think only 4 laps before the end it was settling. And even in the end, with the penalties shuffling and almost bringing Brob to the podium, but we have this podium. And yeah, Will had 11 seconds in ALR 15. So, Louis didn't even have that low amount of penalties. BH get an extra point in P5 for fastest lap, well done. Had a good strategy, was the best of the 2-stoppers. Rip was also a 2-stopper, Louis was a forced 2-stopper. And yeah, this is your end result. With Kabic not converting the pole into a win, but he was very close. He was challenging all the way around, and Lucas did a good job from P8 onwards. Yeah, this is it. Driver of the day, I think Reaper, because also he comes from P13. He made no mistakes, so that's very good. And the retirement of people that even didn't finish drove. So very good, very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me and watching this, or watching it back while you do. It was a very enjoyable race. Good to see people doing well on a track. Was very kind to me too in the past. I have to share something. Yes, I have. Because if we look at the calendar, of course the calendar is now filled with Portugal and Russia in the beginning of October. But before that, I wanted to say we go to Monaco, but luckily for you guys, that's not happening yet. We're going to Italy for next week, so maybe Alo will be there, maybe I will be there. Anyway, stay safe, take care, and see you back next time.